Here we go. It's part two of chapter one. We're looking at buyer response steps. Realistically, they're just trying to track what customers actually do. So they view this as, again, academic references as gates where you go, you have exposure, you process it, there's an effect on you, and the target audience actually does something. And then you've got, from a manager's point of view, what do we need to do to sort of get customers from A to actually buying our product or having the effect that we want, be it liking the product and so forth. So that's where you have media strategy, creative strategy, promotion strategy, your objectives, your brand positioning. This is the strategic aspect of how are we going to manipulate whatever we're designing in the ad to be beneficial for the student. Now here they have the Marcom planning steps, and this is pretty good. You want to make sure you understand this because a lot of these, the TCB positioning model is useful when you're doing your own group marketing plan or looking at your own brand, especially the IDU. We're going to go into this in detail, integrated Marcoms and the positioning. These are key aspects of what you're doing. Your objective strategy, this is all about understanding your customer, understanding what appeals work for them, what platform you're going to put your product on, how you're going to come up with a creative idea that gets through the 4 million ads or what have you that most people receive each day, unless you're the millennials that block them out. Now, this is a major concept, brand positioning, for your group assignment, for individual assignments. We need to start here. What is the brand positioning? What is it? In other words, this is a key line. Before the manager can make a reasonable decision about where the brand should be headed via its Marcoms, the manager first has to decide to change if necessary, shore up, confirm the brand's positioning. This is how does the brand work for the customer? What's the category need? What's the benefit? How is that position in the mind of the customer? What is it when you say Nike? What goes on someone's head? What's the interpretation? Is it a positive, a negative? This is the art of marketing that we're trying to say. Our brand should be viewed favorably. It should be in your choice set. You should purchase the product and tell your friends. So, look, guys, I think all of us understand that we're looking at campaign objectives. We're trying to create, it could be awareness, response, anything that we try to do. We'll get into this later. The creative strategy you're going to do. What is it? Do you continue on a theme, or do you come up with something new that reinforces or takes the customer to where you want them to be in regards of how they think of your brand? So again, guys, look, you've got here communication tactics, benefit claims. These are all the key things that we're going to look at. Other Marcoms, again, they talk about personal selling, social marketing. Okay, it's nice, but I think they're fundamental things we have to look at in the world of digital and understanding the theory. Now here, objective, strategy and tactics, absolutely must know. We will come up with these in the group Marcom plans and show you that a lot of what we do is extremely strategic. We know how we want the customer to think of our product in comparison to its competitors, and we're going to design Marcoms to do so. Now, I really suggest that you go over this summary because it's a bit tricky to understand the logic sequence of this chapter. But once you do and understand it's a process, it's about the value claim, it's looking at equity, and really we're just planning a more traditional style campaign to reach the customer. It makes a lot of sense. So you really need to read this, understand brand equity, go back over the models, levels of effect. They give you 4 response categories. They're trying to elicit a clear process in your minds how this is what we do to develop a communication. Definitely read all of these. You need to understand these definitions, or else you're going to struggle because the whole book builds on these. This is very, very technical stuff. All right, that should do it for now. Enjoy.